Welcome to another edition of the Manifest Wisely Tarot, and we're gonna get into the rest of the new cards. So, if you came to see more of the new cards, you're in the right place. I don't even know why I'm gonna try and shuffle these because we should be really getting through all of them. The other ones that I made for out of this deck, the last two readings I used, and those are all set to the side. So now we just have the messages that are left. So happy Friday, everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous start to your Friday. And if it is a little stressful, just remember the weekend's right around the corner. Maybe some of you might be hitting that 5 o'clock bell and saying, I am out of here. So if you are, right, in a few hours or so, maybe you are off in the morning, right? Maybe you're a third shifter. You're just saying, I'm done. Just relax, settle in, listen to this message. I do have a donation link to my PayPal, which supports my music that I am self-producing. I don't have a record company, you guys. The record company is me. You know what I'm saying? So if you would like to focus on me, right, and more about me, you can head over to my Ophelia's Band channel on YouTube. But if you are here for the reading today, please do like the video first and foremost. It helps me tap into your energy. And then consider subscribing to the channel. You can like the video without being a subscriber. You can add a comment without being a subscriber. You can do all sorts of things. So you don't have to subscribe, but I would really appreciate it. So, yes, it is still in the morning, so I'm getting my right, and I have some purified drinking water. I think I got this at one of those Save a Lot stores. It was in a huge, I think almost 36 of them, not even 24, right? And I know some people don't like the bottled water because of the plastic, but when you're camping and stuff, it really comes in handy. So I had these left over. No winner. So winner, chicken dinner. Who are you competing with, collective, or who is putting you in a competition? Whenever somebody puts you in a competition, is there really a winner? Okay. What do they tell athletes? Just go out there and do your best, right? And if you win, then you were the best that day, right? Think about the NFL. Didn't they just have NFL kickoff? Which I have been to an NFL kickoff parade before in New Orleans, and it was super fun. But I'm just saying that, on any given Sunday or day of the week that the NFL is playing, I mean, it's every day except Tuesday and Wednesday now? Let's be real. Anybody can technically win, right? Because they're at that level, right? So, this person's better than this person's better than this person, the constant bickering, the arguing, who wins out of that? Who wins? There might not be any winners. So if you want to be in that kind of cycle and situation, I'm not saying don't participate, but and it is the season for politics. You might be going around the table with folks that you just don't really want to be going around the table with. And that's just in life in general, right? So if you're not really if you're banging your head against the wall, there's no winner in this situation. Recognize that and make yourself win, okay? Because your piece is more important than the perception, okay? The perception of being this winner, okay? I mean, what do the winners do anyway? Do they sit at home and admire all their trophies? I don't know, I have some trophies and awards and things over time, and yeah, some of them are in my parents' house, you know what I'm saying? Up on the wall there. But do I have a shrine to myself here? No. I mean, I have some stuff up in my office, my diploma from college, both my diplomas from college, actually, because I went to college twice. I have a master's degree and an undergrad. And I don't know where my high school diploma is. Anyway, chill mode. I love this card. You guys, this is so apropos for the weekend because I feel like for some of you, you are definitely entering the chill mode. You are done with all the BS of, well, Sandra said this and you're like, I don't care. You're like, I want to be in chill mode. Okay. And you're totally going for it. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have here? I'll get into the tarot also, you guys, if you're expecting a traditional tarot message. Okay. So I think this was actually like goal or coal or something like this. There's something about this. I can't remember when I was doing this card. But I remember after I wrote it, it's like it kind of looks like goal, and like we had the Olympics on. I don't know if the Olympics were still on when I made these. Anyway, that was last weekend, so no. What are your goals and who are the people that are just trying to throw lumps of coals on the train track in your way, right? Like, are they standing there waving at the train or are they going like this? Clunk, clunk, clunk. Do you need that? Do you want that? Is that part of your goal? Is that making your goal happen? By trying to make people that are throwing stuff at you happy? I got news for you. You ain't never making those people happy. Ever. So don't get it twisted, right? That's what I mean by like, are we getting the picture yet? And I don't want to be like, oh, you're never gonna have any friends. You're never gonna. No, it's just you're operating in this level and they're operating in a different level. And, it's like that old Dr. Phil, I think it's chapter 1 of his first book. He talks about when he was a teenager and like, he's running around with a friend that's getting in trouble and the cop asks him, he's like, do you want to end up like your friend here? You have a choice. So, yeah, man, we're going to go boost this car. We're going to go, you know what I mean? Like they're winning something, they're snatching something, they're grabbing something. But at the end of the day, is that what you're propping up on your mantle to say like, look at me and what I accomplished? So again, what is part of your bottom line, your goal that's going to drive you forward? Okay. So I think you guys maybe need to think about that a little bit. Okay. Is what the message I'm getting. Okay. So if you need to be in chill mode in order for that to happen, please do try and get there. Okay. That could be, maybe you're somebody who typically sits with some friends at a lunch table and you just kind of chit chat or whatever. Maybe today, you're like, hey, I just want to take my lunch to a park somewhere and just kind of chill, right? Like it can be very simple things that can allow you to tap into this, okay? And if there's people that want to argue with you about that, it's like, are they really supporting your goals here or are they throwing lumps of coal at you? So, River. So some of you could be wanting to get by some water, perhaps, in this nature. Chill mode type thing. Rivers are cooler, like the water temperature is cooler, right? There's people that still store their food in the river, right? To keep it cool. People that live without, certain basic services, right? I'm not saying that's the majority of people, but there are people that do that, right? So a river can have many functions, just as you can, right? Collective. And, instead of like putting you into, oh, well, you win this, therefore you're this, like you're like, actually, I'm like this. I do this, and then I do this, and then you know what I mean? You're like, I'll go here, and then, yeah. You're like, I'm cool, right? Kiss it. This might be what you're telling some people. Like, if you're not supporting my goals, if you're trying to throw lumps of coal at me, you can kiss it. Go cry a river. what was that song? Which it turned out to be like all false, right? Everyone was so on Justin's side with that. Cry me a river, right? Cry me a river, right? Like, oh, Britney's so bad, and then it finds out the poor Brit been, you know what I mean? And not only that, but her own family. You know, I know Brit looks a little cray cray out there sometimes, but who cares, right? She can afford it. I think she's deserved her time to have some fun after she's entertained all of us by being number one. Yeah, so look out for number one. When I made this is almost like purposefully kind of like that Schoolhouse Rock looking, just kind of, very chunky, like you are important, you matter. Looking out for number one is not about being selfish. It's about having consideration for yourself, right? As much as you would have for others, right? I remember being shopping somewhere and I was buying something rather expensive. And my boyfriend at the time, who was not contributing whatsoever to this purchase, mind you, okay, we were in a store that, there was plenty of space for people to walk around. Like, I was not in anyone's way. There was a man coming through, and my boyfriend tried to like usher me out of the way. And it's like, I'm in the middle of this $3,000 something transaction here at the store. It's like, who are you trying to move me right now? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm planted. If you don't like it, you can kick rocks, take your little packs of coal, burn them in your little cave somewhere, because I don't give a flying hoot. You can kiss it because I'm looking out for number one. So, if anyone's like, oh, well, they just became so blah, blah, blah. Well, it's like Brit, okay? Consider it retroactive. It's like back pay, okay? Okay. So again, if they're not paying your bills, what do they have to say about it? What do they have to say about it? If they're not contributing to their success, what are they contributing to? Well, they're contributing to themselves. It may not be as good as it could have been with the collective. Of course. Of course not. You know that. I know that. The collective knows that. Who doesn't know that? People that aren't going to be looking out for you, okay? So those are the people that, in my opinion, okay, you need to put in your rear view mirror in one way or another, okay? That's my 2 cents. Yeah, go fish. Find another person to string along, to drag along, right? To hook with what? Promises. It's bait. How many people actually use live bait versus, the fake bait, right? You imagine you're a fish, you get hooked, and they just like wasn't even live bait. Like, damn it. Okay. And the thing is, the bait is still just bait. It's not for you. It's for them. They look at you as the golden nugget here trying to catch. You're the big fish in the pond that they're like, ooh, I want to get it. I want to get it. Oh, yeah, now they'll be kissing my ass, right? And you're like, actually, I'll be kissing none of your asses right now. Okay, so go fish. All right. I think we're getting the picture, as the title of the reading said. Go home. So this has so many meanings, right? Like when you're tired of something, you're just like, go home. Get out of my face, go home. And you could be returning like to a home in a way. It could be a state of mind. It could be a physical place, okay? But this message is very clear. Go to the place that makes you feel, where you are appreciated, okay? The place that makes you feel whole, okay? And, you know, for some of you, that's kind of like almost an imaginary place. But for some of you, it could be a very physical place. Okay. For some of you, it could be, you know, maybe along the banks of the river. You know, maybe you are somebody who likes to go fish, you know, something like that. Okay. Last card here. Ooh, I love this one. Pets will make great pets, right? Will make great pets. That's Jane's Addiction, which that was the first song, not this song, but a different Jane's Addiction song was how I started my day today. So that's kind of been my mood. Some of you may need to get a pet. It could even be a little fishy. Even a little fishy, right? Fish are very, you can be like, oh, well, I don't have time to be taking the dog out. I don't have time to clean the cat's litter box. Like, cats are more low maintenance than dogs, right? Birds, fairly low maintenance. Fish, right? You feed them once a day, you go to work, you come back home, you see them, right? Just swimming there, having a great time, right? It doesn't have to be complicated, but it can be very rewarding, okay, and fulfilling. And you know, you're not all these other people's pet, right? You're somebody who deserves a pet to give you that unconditional love. So if for some reason you have been missing that in your life, you may need to check that out. Okay, I'm going to do this and continue on here, and let's pull some tarot today. Yeah. So, into my Ethereal Visions deck again today. See what is going on in this energy. Again, if you are in the chat today, please like or subscribe. Please be kind to others in the chat. I don't see a lot of people in the chat today, though, so maybe it's just a timing thing. Anyway, which, you know, Friday, everybody's getting ready for the weekend, right? Everybody's working for the weekend, right? Everybody wants a little romance, yeah, right? So, again, ooh, Scorpio. Here in the Root, the Death card. So a very powerful transformation. 10 of Pentacles, wow, in the Sacral. Some of you may have even experienced a loss close to you in the physical world. That I feel like for many of you here, it's like, I wouldn't say that this is the reason for, but it's somewhat of a catalyst that might make you explore things, and you might find yourself in a situation where you're actually quite abundant with a partner, okay? Whereas maybe you haven't been before, all right? So I think this Death card is kind of like the acceptance of that old cycle being completed. You know, people from your past that maybe weren't very healthy for you, and you're like, yep, they're in the past, like they're not in my future, and you've accepted that, okay? Part of death is acceptance. That is why it is so difficult for many. It is very hard to accept, okay? The Seven of Cups, the solar plexus, okay? So you do have some choices here. Let me just say, some people are like really thinking that they are a choice for you, but you're like, And remember what I said earlier about aligning with your goals? Yeah, I think this is causing tower moments for some people because they thought you were about something and they're finding out you're not. And the tower is falling, and it's just kind of unavoidable for them. I mean, it's just going to be some upsetting of the apple cart, I guess, a little bit. People just got to get used to it. But, um, so you may be protecting your heart at this time as well, because you're kind of like, it's like people running around saying, "Oh, did you know this? Oh, did you see this?" And you're like, did I not tell you about that? Oh, you didn't believe me. You didn't want to believe me. In fact, you thought I was lying. You thought I was this. You thought I was that. Right? But now, right? Now data's falling, right? It's like the shoes on the other foot, right? One more, please. 4. Yes. Cancerian, Chariot. Talk about going home. That message that, the Chariot taking you where you need to be. Okay, taking you to that home. You may be talking to somebody from home, coming up soon, possibly. You could be building a home with somebody. Okay, again with that 10 of Pentacles. All right. And if there's people who missed out on that action, it's just kind of like, read the announcement in the newspaper, I guess, or whatever newspaper it is these days. Go talk to the town crier. They might have some information. I feel like you're very focused. And yeah, let's keep moving. And the third eye, please, for this collective today. My dog's taking a little nap. The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you're very fastidious, like one step at a time, very diligent. You're like, you have things lined up. You see how it's going to work out, right? And you're focused on still making it happen, right? And that's kind of, I feel like, why the momentum is on your side, and not really whoever these people are that are kind of like coming to the party too late, in a way, what I want to say. Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. And yeah, and even if you choose to rock solo beyond, like, you're going to be totally fine, right? Because you've already had this. Like, this is in your crown. So, yeah, there could be a King of Cups out there interested. You could be this King of Cups. You could have, of course, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces in your chart. We had Cancer here as well. Okay, and then Scorpio. So somebody definitely probably has some water energy around. This 7 of Cups, it's like it wants to make you confused, but I don't feel like you are. So, for me, I feel like the confusion is on the heartstrings of somebody else. It's like you've already, if they wanted to treat you like a revolving door type thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then you're out, and then it's like, okay, well, I got the hint, right? Like, are you going to keep going through that revolving door and just spinning and spinning and spinning and hope somebody on the inside pulls you in that already kicked you out? What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. So are we getting the picture yet? That's part of how I'm trying to get this message to you guys, okay? Because what I don't want you to do, all right, and why this is, talking about life experience from me, the reader here, what I don't want you to do is spend a lot of time chasing people who do not want to help you, do not want to see you grow, do not want to see you succeed, the people that want to throw lumps of coal on your train tracks, okay? I don't think you need to be worried about those people so much, okay? No matter what place of authority or rank, right? You know what I mean? Like, say, if you're somebody who's in a corporate structure or in the military or something, like, rank is very important, right? So, yeah. somebody could be trying to pull rank on you, I feel like, and it's not working for them, and they're just getting the kind of rude awakening here that it's like, yeah, you're really breaking my heart, but I don't really care, because when you broke my heart, you didn't care, right? So, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Then you stand up and you keep on moving, just like this chariot does, right? Sometimes it feels like you're not even steering the damn thing, right? The cars these days, you don't even really have to, right? So, what does that allow you to do? It allows you to keep working, right? It's like, oh, in the meantime, when these people were doing this over here, you made a whole nother pentacle for yourself. So, guess who's going to be at 9 regardless if the 10 ever shows up? But you're primed for it. You're absolutely primed for it. And they don't like that. They didn't want to see you having all that success. It's like, who? The collective? Ugh, right? But you know what? They chose their friends, they chose their bed, and now they get to lay in it, right? Just as we do, right? Hopefully that is on a vibration that you can handle, right? And a vibration that's going to suit your highest good. So I think I'm going to leave it here today, collective. I really do appreciate your time and attention with this message. So if you are resonating, please do like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, do manifest wisely. Bye-bye.